as Austin talked about, there's a quite a vibrant music and arts scene in the Bay Area, San Jose, San Francisco, and everywhere in between, and places outside of that. But what we've noticed out here is, despite that amazing amount of talent, it's kind of hard for people to get it out there, right? And that's kind of what we're trying to facilitate here at the Roadhouse. And I think Austin, you can probably explain it a little better than I can. But why don't you give the people an idea about the concept behind the Roadhouse, what we're doing here?
Sure. So the genesis of it was the fact that our band was making moves and, seemed to be on a really good trajectory. And that was the plan. And we had made, certainly I had made, and my family had made some sacrifices to make that happen. And then some some things happened, and then COVID certainly happened. That was the thing that happened. And I was at a loss to how long of a setback, how much of a setback this was going to be for us. And I was doing a lot of calculus. I was doing a lot of life calculus and thinking, I'm not digging this. And then one Sunday, I think we played just outside, right? Like, just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I think it was just, we sat up there and kind of rehearsed.
Right? Yeah, we just set up outside and just like, we got to play.
To back up, we live on a vineyard.
Yeah.
That's important.
It's a cool place. Yeah, that's true. Like our neighbors are our friends. They'll be a part of this thing inevitably.
There's the outdoors. We're surrounded by nature. There's a river that runs through the property about, I don't know, 150,
we're very fortunate.
Feet away.
We are very fortunate.
So we were able to do that. There's this barn right outside the house, and that was where we set up to practice that one time, or to play. Right. And there was power and everything coming from the house set up, and it was great.
Yep.
It was an awesome vibe. Right?
Well, we needed it. I mean, when you perform, you got to perform. I mean, you have to do it. But so anyway, so I was thinking, the following weekend, I was drinking coffee, standing out there thinking, what the heck are we going to do? Like, how's this thing continue? And I looked over at that barn and I was like, I'm going to build a stage. And I literally put my coffee down, got in the van, drove, bought the stuff, and started building the stage. And then
I remember I woke up a little late that morning.
Surprising.
Austin's an early riser. It's like, it's not even me waking up that late. It's like this man's out there running marathons or something, like in the mornings. No, but I wake up, kind of rub my eyes and everything, and up rolls the van, and out comes Austin, sunglasses on, pulling on the gloves. We're building the stage. Well, all right, let me get my coffee. So I think there was 2 panels, right, that day. Yeah. And then I had a couple friends come over that day, and we were kind of like hanging out. I think that might have been when Paige brought over the acrylics for the first
might
time.
have been, yeah.
And they're out painting.
Yeah.
And then
that's right, yeah.
I'm there with the drill, like, you're making measurements. It's fantastic.
Making measurements. So we did that. But what it developed into, I mean, there's more to the story, no doubt. But what it has developed into, and to answer the question or what you proposed earlier, is I just by knee-jerk reaction, and this was before some of the restrictions were a thing, but in any case, invited other songwriter friends and musicians that I know in the area, that we know in the area, and told them what we were doing and saying like, hey, look, there's an outside space here, that you can spread out. We can be smart about what we do, and we can keep playing. I mean, it's not a venue. There's not an audience. It's like we live here, we're our own social bubble. And then you guys can do the stage. We film the thing. That's the purpose. The purpose is to film it and put it out. And I don't want you playing any of the covers. Like, I want you doing your tunes. Like, I called you because I like your tunes. Let's put your music out there. And then that's what we're doing down here. Again, like circling back to part of what I want the podcast to be, which, by the way, I've already talked to Zach, and Zach is good for next week.
Oh, he's going to be great.
Yeah. Freitas,
can't wait.
We get Zach Freitas out here next week. Cool. But to showcase these artists, and showcase also visual artists as well, on this thing, and anyone who's creating, and anyone with ideas. Like, I've got, I was on the board of a nonprofit that was based around, helping people become advocates for their own health and stuff like that. I know Eric would love to come down here and talk on this thing. And we have, we're in Silicon Valley, we're in the Bay Area. Like, there's an expert in anything here. So I think you can expand beyond that. And of course, we talked about the perspective thing as well, and that kind of playing into what we do.